What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by Moneyball Metrics. We have a modified Monday cast today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets. You also have my guy, JD. From Line Movers, JD, I did not shut my refrigerator, and it is now beeping at me when I just grabbed my water bottle, so I'm going to turn my camera off and let you say hello.
Okay. What is going on, guys? Happy to be here on a Monday morning. We already have some guys in the chat. J-Bo, what is going on, man? Yes, man. It seems like both of us have been doing well. I actually know the Alpha has basically not lost a free play in like 7,000 days or something. But yeah. So yeah, man. But Alpha is back.
I am. And J-Bo put it perfectly. This is something that's been great for me as well. We've been sweeping the board. We've been absolutely on fire. So we're going to look to continue that here. We have a big Monday night football game we're going to be breaking down today. And I know JD and I are excited to dive into it. JD, we had a very interesting Week 11 NFL slate. A lot of upsets, a lot of injuries, a lot of stuff to go over. So before we waste any more time, you want to kind of dive in, go through the recap, and talk about what we saw on the Sunday NFL slate?
Yeah, man.
Let's get into it. With the weekend recap on a Monday morning. JD, anything particularly you want to speak about your betting over the weekend before we just start breaking down all the games we saw on Sunday?
This weekend was good. I did have a big play. I guess. Well, no, there's a later game, so I really don't want to bring that one up yet. But no, as far as actually overall, the week was actually good. This past month has actually been actually going well. There's a lot of games I want to talk about. They're all the later games. Let's actually just go through these earlier games really quick, man. The first one out of the 1 o'clock slate that sticks out to me was the Bills versus Bucks game.
That was crazy. That was an absolutely crazy one as well. We also are going to touch on that Falcons-Panthers game, but let's start with that Bills and Bucks one. I did just sweep Falcons-Panthers, so we do have to talk about it. But that Bills-Bucks game was an absolute shootout, JD. The Bills had no wide receivers in the game. The leading receiver for the Bills was T. Shavers, who had 90 yards. Tyrell Shavers, 90 yards and a touchdown. On the other side, it was Sterling Shepard who was the leading receiver for the Bucks, yet this game had 76 points in it. Josh Allen had 6 total touchdowns in the day, JD. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions in the game as well. But 6 touchdowns and 2 picks. He had a monster performance. What did you think of that one? And Dylan, our guy Dylan from Florida, apologies, brother, apologies. Tucker had a big day as well. We'll talk about that too. JD, what were your thoughts about Josh Allen and the Bills side?
Man, first thing that comes to me was we briefly talked about this game Friday. And we said that we thought, because me and Jefe especially, we really like this Bills team. But we said that they currently have a problem, and that's their defense. And that came very true in yesterday's game. We also said the best way to play this game was the Bills team total over. So if you actually played that, you had a nice, easy win. This was just a shootout, man. It was back and forth. As far as actually lead changes, I forgot how many there were, but it was a ton.
Yep.
It was a really fun game. Like if you just like to watch, football and actually not worry about the betting side of things.
That was me on this game, JD. I had no action on it, so this was just a great game to take in for me.
Yeah, it was really fun. And but I still have to echo it, man. I love this Bills team, but currently how their defense is, they do have a problem there.
Yep. We've said it all year. We've said that all year, JD.
And I don't want to compare it to the Cowboys because I don't necessarily think
it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but that's kind of in the same direction of the offense currently knows they got to go out and put up a ton of points.
Yep.
And actually that's how they're going to win games. And like we've also said, those aren't our favorite teams to kind of win it all.
Yep.
When this Bills team, I was high on them, to actually definitely make a deep run in, and actually mean they definitely still can. But yeah, I'm just not liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, no, the defense is Swiss cheese. I mean, Baker Mayfield with a banged-up offense. They didn't have too many receiving weapons. They had Sterling Shepard as their leading receiver. Ibuka was there. But after Sterling Shepard and Ibuka, it was Sean Tucker had 34 yards as the third best receiver. They're really missing Chris Godwin. They're missing a few key pieces. They're missing Bucky Irving. But, hey, even without him, they're still able to score a lot on offense. But maybe that's a little bit more a reflection on the Bills side, which is exactly what you're talking about. They're not a team that I think has Super Bowl aspirations right now. This is the first year I've probably felt that way over the last couple of years. I thought they were definitely a Super Bowl team. But right now, with the way their defense is playing, I just don't think they're at the level that they need to be in the AFC with so many powerhouse teams. They're going to force you to play defense, right, JD? That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
During the regular season, they're a wagon. They're always going to be a wagon. They have the offense that's going to make them a wagon. But once you get into the postseason, when you start playing with the season on the line, your defense needs to step up because what do they say, JD? What wins championships?
Defense.
And unfortunately, that's not the strength of this team. There have been plenty of teams that have won being a powerhouse offense, but they've had better defenses than this. The Bills still could turn around. They still could get their defense in line. They've had a lot of injuries. They're going to be getting some guys back, but with the way they're currently constructed, they need those guys back for me to take them seriously. It was a great performance and a great game from the Bills. They're 7-3 on the year, 5-1 at home, but their defense is definitely something that would keep me a little worried if I was a Bills fan. Anything else you want to add on this one, JD, before we quickly touch upon that Falcons game?
No, there's it.
Let's dive into that Falcons game. Let me pull that one up here next, because to me, that one was an absolute banger. Carolina and the Panthers. Game went into Carolina and the Panthers. Carolina and Atlanta. Game went to overtime where the Panthers won 30-27 on an overtime field goal. Bryce Young threw the ball for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. He did not have an interception. He was unbelievable.
That sounds so like just hearing you say that sounds so crazy.
So crazy, but he stepped up. He had a big game. You know who didn't have a big game, which I was very surprised on, was Rico Dowdle. He had 19 carries for 45 yards. That's not even 3 yards per carry. So difficult game from him. On the other side, Bijan Robinson, huge game. 23 carries, 104 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He was fantastic. Drake London, unfortunately, he's going to be missing this upcoming week. He got hurt in this game, but he put up 120 receiving yards as well. JD, last week I came on the show to talk about Drake London. This guy's becoming a dude right in front of our eyes. That's the best way I can put it. He's becoming a dude right in front of our eyes. But another major storyline here, JD. Michael Penix was having a good game. He was 13-16 on the game. He only had 3 incompletions, 175 yards, but he did get injured. And it does look like this may be a longer-term injury than they were originally anticipating. And I think Kirk Cousins is in line to have multiple starts coming up for this Falcons team. I have to ask you, JD, what you think about both these teams, because you look at the records. Carolina's kind of in play for the playoffs. They're 6-5 right now. They look fantastic. They don't look fantastic, but where they are right now is a little surprising, right? They have a good running game. Didn't show up yesterday. But Ted McMillan's coming into his own. 8 receptions, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bryce Young's coming into his own. He looked great. They're developing the chemistry you expect. So, JD, what did you take from this game?
This Falcons team, I just ultimately just don't understand them. I think that's the best way to
They have to clean house, right? They have to fire everyone, like everyone.
Something, yes.
It's the same story with them. Nothing makes sense.
As far as Kirk, I don't really know, man.
He sucks.
I was about to say, because from what I saw yesterday of how, from when he had to come in, he did not look good.
No.
But that could just be a reps thing. But, I mean, he did not look good whatsoever, though. So we'll have to see over the coming weeks, if he still looks quite that bad. But yeah, man, as far as this Panthers team, they are surprising me. They're winning games. I mean, what are they? 6-5 now?
6-5.
Yes, 6-5. I did not really expect that. And actually, like you said, as far as actually Bryce Young having an over 400-yard day, that just sounds so crazy.
It still will never feel right? Just knowing who he is, his game size just doesn't feel like what he would do.
It definitely. And so, yeah, man, it's just fun to see as far as being a fan of actually this team.
Josh Jacobs update. Hold on. I just got Adam Schefter tweeted Josh Jacobs update. It's a 4-paragraph thing. Let me look, because I know a lot of people, including myself, are Josh Jacobs fans. Yeah, that's the only reason I super seriously can't see here.
about to say I definitely need to hear that too.
As reported last night, Josh Jacobs' knee injury, not major. Tests today all back that up. A source confirmed. No structural damage considered week to week. He will be back either in 1 to 2 weeks. Fantastic news. Fantastic news for Josh Jacobs. Fantasy owners, for Packers fans, and let's go, Stetsy boy. You know I love jumping in here, giving you boys the injury updates. It's what I do. It's crucial for what we do. It's stuff you need to know in the sport, in fantasy, and DFS. You got to know what's going on with the injury. So if I hear anything else, because we had a ton of injuries yesterday, you guys know I will jump in here and break it down to you. But it does look like Josh Jacobs will be okay. JD, anything else on this Panthers-Falcons game? It was just a shootout, right? It was just back and forth. Let me tell you something. I had over 41.5 in this game. There's a couple times in life. There's a very couple times in life where you feel like you read it right and it's like, damn, I was great this weekend. I nailed it. That was one where at halftime when there were like 35 points, I was sitting there, had my lady friend here for the weekend, looked at her and said, man, this is one we're gonna definitely win. Jimmy is here. What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy was super active on my parlay tweet yesterday. What's up, Jimmy? Appreciate you tuning in. We got the win. But Jimmy was very upset with how the Packers looked for most of that game. But I had to remind you, Jimmy, that they were playing the New York Football Giants. And no matter what, in the fourth quarter, the New York Football Giants are going to blow the fucking game. That's just what the New York Football Giants do. So I'm glad we were able to get that parlay win, Jimmy. I do believe you tailed me on that. I'm glad you were able to get that win as well. But, JD, anything else in this game that sticks out to you?
No.
I agree. Nothing from me either. The next game I tweeted out is that we're breaking down the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings, and this was another banger. The Vikings were down by, what was it? They were down by 9 points entering the fourth quarter, I believe. 9 points entering the fourth. They brought it back. They got the lead with just seconds to play. The Bears had that kick return that got them all the way down the field. They only needed a couple plays, and they were able to get the game-winning field goal. It was a 56-yard kick return from Devin Duvernay in the final moment that got them into field goal range. Caleb Williams was shit yesterday, but the Bears found out a way to win the ball game, and that's the biggest storyline to me, JD. The biggest storyline to me was Caleb Williams was bad, but the Bears still won the game in a game that, I'll be honest, I was on the Vikings. I was excited when they got the lead at the end, and they blew it there with that kick return, but very, very good game here. J.J. McCarthy, I don't know what to think about him. I really don't. He was 16 to 32 in the game, 50% completion percentage. He only had one passing touchdown to 2 interceptions. Not sure what I think about him. JD, what'd you think of this game? It turned out to be a very exciting back and forth, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Vikings did make the fourth quarter comeback. Well, they didn't.
I kind of think Stetsy's right.
Come back. I was about to say JJ is a lot of things, but I can tell you one thing he is not, and that is him. He is not him. He's very far from that. I don't know what the Vikings are going to do, but that I don't think is going to be a long-term.
I would agree there. Solution at quarterback for them.
Yeah.
And I got this text, Jimmy, from a couple of my buddies as well today. Caleb Williams in the first place Chicago Bears. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They keep finding ways to win, right? They don't look good for half the game. They don't play a full football game. That's the thing with the Bears as well. They're not playing a complete football game. They're letting teams hang with them, and then they'll have a big quarter that gets them on top, and they'll win it that way. But I want to see them compete for a full 4 quarters, but you can't say anything. They're 7-3. They've done a fantastic job this year. Ben Johnson's done a great job taking over. On the other side, what do you have to think about this Vikings team? They're now 4-6. They're kind of dead on this season. They're 1-4 at home. Jage looks like he's a big mistake. Justin Jefferson's frustrated, throwing his hands around, acting very upset when there's not been great throws to him. What do you think is going to go on with this Vikings team? What do you think they need to do? Because remember, they had Sam Darnold in the building last year. They had Daniel Jones in the building. Both those teams in a much better place than this Vikings team that's being led by Jage. What are your thoughts?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, as far as the guys, they have them. They just need a quarterback who can get the ball to them. And actually, he's just not doing it. I'm totally out. Actually, just out on actually this team here. I know this week I had a bunch of guys, and actually you all also, who tried to get me on this Viking side. I had a bunch of guys telling me, guys, they were all telling me this is the spot, and I just couldn't do it. And I'm, ultimately glad I didn't. But I think what you said as far as the Bears not playing good and finding a way to win, I don't even. I don't know. I lost where I was trying to go there. But
I was
basically,
gonna say, did I lose you here? Because I'm tweeting another game out. I wasn't sure if it was just the solo alpha show again. Which,
no,
by
yeah,
the way,
yeah.
the people wanted in there. Put it in the chat. We can make that happen.
Basically, I'm just trying to say, I guess that no, this Vikings team is just not good.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that's the best way to put it. Did they overperform their talent last year and set an unrealistic expectation this year? Obviously not in the playoffs, but the regular season, they were some dogs. They were some dogs.
To say, but I think that has to go back to the quarterback play.
Agree.
I mean, I think that's what that's like really where I think it all comes back to.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame the defense for this one, right? They allowed 19
no.
points, and the kick return's the reason they got the field goal at the end. So, I mean, can't blame the defense. Yeah. Defense is doing their job. Brian Flores, phenomenal defensive coordinator. He's been great there for years now. So, I mean, I'm with you 1,000%. I just think the Vikings are in some trouble. I think they don't have their quarterback. They used a lot of capital to get him, a first-round pick. I believe he went 10th in the draft. I mean, just tough. It's just tough for this team. They got to figure out a way because they've had multiple above-average quarterbacks in the building over the last 2 years. Yes. They've had 3 total guys in there, JJ being one of them, then Sam Darnold, and obviously Indiana Jones. So, I mean, they've had guys in there that are serviceable starting quarterbacks. And if I believe they had either of Indiana Jones or if they had Sam Darnold this year, we'd be looking at a completely different roster, but they don't. We've had to watch the Carson Wentz experiment where they were pretending that JJ had an ankle injury. We saw him bouncing on the sidelines, avoiding people, knowing his ankle wasn't in as bad shape as they were saying. Now they've put him out there, and it hasn't exactly gone ideal for them. So I do kind of think they may be in a bit of trouble with JH at the helm going forward. JD, anything else in this game? Because the next one we're going to get into is going to be that Steeler game, and you're going to have a lot of time to toot your own horn. I got that one right as well, but you stood on business for that game. So you want to jump into it?
Yes, sir.
All right, we had the Steelers who were at home. They hosted the Cincinnati Bengals. That game was a game for the first half. That changed very quickly in the second half. The Pittsburgh Steelers won this game 34-12. Joe Flacco could not get anything going down the field. T. Higgins had a phenomenal touchdown. Outside of that, it was really the Steelers show. And what was more impressive was this was not the Aaron Rodgers-led Steelers. This was the Mason Rudolph-led Steelers. Mason Rudolph came in there. He went 12 of 16, 127 passing yards with a touchdown, 0 turnovers. He did a fantastic job. What were your thoughts about this game? You read it correctly, so obviously it went the way you expected it to. I did as well. I was on the Steelers, but what are your thoughts? Break it down.
Yeah, man. Just actually like we said on the Friday show, as far as the Steelers, I normally don't say a lot of good things.
You don't. You never do, actually. You even when you take them, you go. You have a comment where you're like, "This is the right spot for him," but I still don't believe in the defense long term. You don't let our boy Nick Castrucci out there get away with nothing, do you?
Right. But this game did play out how I thought. I thought this was one of those the ultimate buy low spots. How this number wasn't in like the 7 range, I still just don't know. Now see, when actually Rodgers went out, I was a little worried.
So was I. And he got smacked. It wasn't like it was like a freak helmet to helmet. No, he got clobbered by 83 dudes in one shot. And they believe his wrist is in some serious damage.
I was just about to ask, do we know anything?
Nothing yet. We're waiting, but we did just get some CJ Stroud news. So the shot CJ Stroud took a couple get the fuck out of here, Victor. One of those guys commented on our show. Exact score tonight, a play that will 100% win. Huge odds. Let's fucking go. Who wants to check my bio? Shut the fuck up. We did just get some CJ Stroud news. He's still in the concussion protocol from over 2 weeks now. Wow. That's serious. That's serious. If you can't get out of it in over 2 weeks, that's not a good sign. He couldn't even walk off the field. Breaking news as well. We have a quarterback change. Who do you think it is? It's so obvious. It's something that Jefe's been screaming for all year. Literally all year.
What has Jefe been talking?
Who's the quarterback you think shouldn't start a game ever? I'll give you a hint. They're near me.
I mean,
the quarterback that was the starter, they have a cookies brand named after him. A cookies. And it starts with a Mrs. Mrs. X cookies.
You
Very good, JD. You nailed it. Mrs. Fields cookies. JD.
You're taking me so far.
Justin Fields has been benched, and Tyrod Taylor will be the starting quarterback of the New York Jets going forward. Immediate instant reaction thoughts, JD. Well done in getting all my little hints.
I guess I kind of, dude. I like had it, and then you like confused the shit out of it.
Mrs. Fields cookies.
I know.
Bro,
Yes, I know. It all makes sense now, but in the actual moment, did Fields play the whole game this past week?
I believe so.
He like did. I don't. Why in my mind did I already feel like this was happening?
I think after everyone watched that game, it was pretty obvious they were going to need to do it.
Oh,
come on, Jimmy. You didn't get the Mrs. Fields? I got to think of better isms then if you boys aren't getting my isms.
No, yeah, I actually, those like were good, but just in the moment, no, I was definitely lost. I don't know. I mean, I'm like not a Justin Fields guy, but like, do we really think it's all just him?
No, but I think so. Here's the thing. I used to be a Justin Fields guy, and even in the offseason, even last year, I thought he did a great. The Pittsburgh Steelers won almost every game he started. He gets wins, but now we're seeing the real Mrs. Fields cookies. Now we're seeing the real Justin Fields out there. He just is not an NFL quarterback, and I'm sorry, point blank. Seems like a good dude. Seems like a real good dude. I'm rooting for him, but it doesn't seem like he's an NFL quarterback. It just doesn't. He can't make the simple throws. He's more of a runner. Everyone already knew that, but watching him with the Jets this year when they've tried to make him a thrower, a pocket passer in situations, the only time he's ever successful is when he runs. He can't throw the ball. So, unfortunately, I do think Justin Fields needed to be benched. They got to go with Tyrod. You got to go with something. Because when you're on that team, when you're a player on that team, and you're going out there to play every single day, and you know that your quarterback can't win, you're not going to play as hard. It's just a natural thing. You need to be able to believe in your quarterback to play at your best ability. And the Jets are going out there knowing they have no quarterback. You can tell. Their players have no faith in the quarterback. So I definitely think there's an issue with that. JD, other thoughts on it?
You know what? I just have to go back to this, and what David is saying here. As far as the cookie thing, if you just going to let actually everybody know what actually happened in actually my brain. Why I was so confused, because when Alpha said the cookie thing, I totally thought of a different cookies brand. Totally thought of a different cookie.
Oh, you were thinking of the Mary Jane cookies.
Yes. Yep. That's
JD, I was talking about the delicious chocolate chippers. The delicious chocolate chippers.
That is why. And I was sitting here like Gary Payton. I was like, what the fuck?
I will say I have maybe tried the Gary Payton, and it is quite phenomenal.
Yes, it is. But I mean, we can
back to Mrs. Fields cookies.
No, man. There's nothing else, man.
Nothing else to say. We got that news. We all expected it. The Jets can't perform this way. Do you have anything else to add to the Steelers-Bengals game before I randomly pick another game to talk about that I thought was a good game from yesterday?
No, just like you said, as far as in the second half, they went out there and got the job done, especially as far as the defense. But I was about to try to not give them all of the credit there, but I'm not going to do that. As far as the Steelers played a great game, guys. Like I said, I actually don't play them much, but that was definitely the spot to definitely be on them. So I'm glad that it worked out.
Absolutely. Give me 1 second because I'm tweeting out we're doing the Giants-Packers game here. I'm also tweeting that we have Josh Jacobs injury news. People do want to hear that, so I want to touch on that game quickly. It's good news for Packers.
Yeah,
fans.
just to kind of go and get started here a little bit, man. The Packers, yes, the Giants found a way to lose that game. This Packers team, I'm still not with them, man.
It's so hard to be.
Can't get behind them. It was weird. Like when Jordan Love went out, they almost looked like they were playing.
Malik Willis isn't bad. I'm a Malik guy. I think he could play.
So, yeah. I mean, as far as Giants, I mean, you are the actual like Giants guys. So I'm going to let you go here. But yeah, I just want to start out with Packers. I'm just still so out, like actually on this team.
Packers didn't impress me. That's the best way I could put it. Let me tell you something. I had 400,082 different 2-touchdown parlays yesterday, and all of them had Josh Jacobs getting in there, which is the most frustrating thing in the world because he gets hurt and Emmanuel Wilson gets to. So it probably would have been Jacobs if that did happen. Also, JD, let me bring up here. I had a 2x2x2 yesterday. A 2x2x2. So we added a third. Josh Allen, 2 rushing. You know how that went. We cashed it in the early slate.
Yep.
Second one. You know what? Let me pull it up here. So I don't want to quote it wrong. I know what the losing leg was, but let me pull this up here. Who did I send this to? This group right here. So, yes, it was Josh Jacobs 2. Bijan Robinson 2, who did score 2. And Derrick Henry to score 2. Did you see when Derrick Henry got tackled on the 80-yard run at the 5-yard line by a shoestring tackle? That cost me $2,900 off a $10 bet. Let me just say, he would have got the end zone. We would have had it. I had to get that in there because it was with the Jacobs and maybe bring it up. But back to this Giants and Packers game specifically. Also, JD, the client said that one, dude. That would have been a massive banger. Jameis Winston did a good job. Jameis Winston did a good job in there for the New York Football Giants yesterday. The Giants look like a much better team post Brian Daboll, under Mike Kafka. Tyrone Tracy got the ball 19 times. They weren't doing quarterback runs all game. They were using their running backs. Devin Singletary, touchdown thief. He had 2 for the Giants. They were pounding him with the rock. We haven't seen him do anything all year. He had 16 carries, 44 yards for 2 touchdowns. He only had a 2.8 yard per carry average. But he had 2 touchdowns, like we said. Tyrone Tracy averaged 4.6 per carry. He also had 50 yards in the game. The Giants signed Isaiah Hodgins, former Giant, a couple years ago off the Packers. Sorry, not the Packers, the Steelers practice squad. He had 5 catches, 57 yards. Jameis was slinging the ball around. The Giants' offense looked significantly better. End of the game, Giants have a chance to come back in that one. They had a chance to be involved in it. And Jalen fucking Hyatt doesn't continue on his run, makes Jameis look bad, made it look like Jameis threw the ball in the wrong spot, but that was 100% on Jalen Hyatt. The Giants just did what the Giants do. They find ways to lose. At this point, as a Giants fan, I'm rooting for losses. Just get the better draft pick at this point. But it was nice to see the Giants compete in the game. The more important thing to this one, though, what is this Packers team? What are they? They were my preseason Super Bowl team, remember, from the NFC. I picked them. I'm still with them. I picked them. I have to support them. But let me tell you, they've given me no confidence over the last – how many games have they played this year so far, JD? 10 of them? They've given me no confidence over their last 10 games on my Super Bowl prediction. What do you think of this Packers team? What do you think about their longevity? Because right now, I don't know what they are.
Yeah, there's the issue. I hate to say the same thing every week, but I mean, I have to bring it up again. As far as actually Jordan Love, man, this team is going to go as far as Jordan Love can actually take them. And some games he comes out there and looks great. Other games he does not.
And Giants have no defense. How the fuck did he not look good? 13 of 24.
Especially what they were coming off of 2 losses, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, you would have thought, I mean, as far as, we actually love to talk about, spot plays. That was a great spot play. That game I did not have a play on. I didn't want anything to do with that. But that was like the ultimate, like, Packer spot. And you would have thought that the offense would have gotten right. And I know they still put up like 27 points, but to me, it still didn't look like they got right, though.
Yep, 100%. What's up, Monty?
Well,
you're elk hunting. Oh, you could talk to JD about all that. I could, if you put like 6 animals in a room, I might be able to tell you which one's the elk. I'm not sure. I could try.
But yeah, man, I just, to me, yeah, just the end of the day, it all comes down to love.
I agree.
The rest of the team is good. I mean, especially on the defensive side, they did give up a little more than I thought they would, but that was more of, I think the Giants just actually played well.
An elk is just a stupid big deer.
They're massive.
Just a stupid big deer. I Googled it. It's a stupid big deer.
Yeah.
Do you eat it? Monty, do you eat it? Yeah, I will. I appreciate you, Monty. I'll keep doing the picks, baby. I don't know much about the elk or the elk meat, but I will do the picks. I got you on that.
But yeah, what were you talking about the Packers still?
We're moving on at this point.
Okay.
to the Rams and the Seahawks, which let me quickly jump in here and say, I told everyone, the whole world thought this wasn't over, and I thought this was the best total play of the weekend slate. The under 48.5, nailed that. Game ended at 40, was very comfortable under there. JD, what'd you think about this one?
You know what?
What's an elk medallion? Would I like it? Is that food or is it like a medal for killing an elk?
Yeah, no. It's actually food. It's like
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Pieces of,
I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh my!
Man.
This show is taking a turn. I don't know anything about this shit, so it's very interesting to me. You ate a fucking mountain lion? Isn't that a cat? Isn't that a cat?
I have never had mountain lion either. That's kind of wild.
Monty, you got to send JD pictures.
Just let me know like how that tasted. I don't know. That seems like a random.
You know what I had yesterday, Monty? I had some cow and some cheesesteak sliders. It's phenomenal.
But man, this game Friday, when we broke this game down, I said that I was not going to have a play here. This was a game that I wanted to learn from. Guess what I learned?
What did you learn?
Absolutely fucking nothing. Because somehow Sam Darnold threw, I don't even know how many picks, 3 or 4. Four. And somehow this was still a 2-point game, and the Seahawks still had a chance to damn win.
Let me tell you something also. JSN has 100 yards every week. This dude's a monster.
Yes.
If you're a gambling man like we are, look for ways you can incorporate Jackson Smith and Jigba to have 100-plus receiving yards into some of your parlays. It's unbelievable. He hits it every week.
Yep. But yeah, that game was so. It looked like the Rams just had it for actually most of that game, and it looked like they were the much better team. Then, like I said, still came down to actually they had a chance to walk the game off. So it was one of those where it actually may have actually confused me more. So instead of sitting back and be able to learn more, I think I'm now more like, what the fuck? Because that tells me something about as far as the Seahawks team.
Breaking news. Let me do the thing. Injury. We deleted injury news from Alpha. JD, that was my favorite banner.
I did not mean to.
Hold on. I got to at least do a gong. Breaking news. Something I alluded to earlier in the show. Michael Penix's injury news and report is back. He's been diagnosed with a bruised bone, sprained knee, and damaged ACL. Will be placed on a minimum of the 4-game IR. Do not anticipate we see Michael Penix for the rest of the season. Exactly what I kind of said earlier in the show. We expected that to be the result.
I'll say, yeah, but definitely not expect to see him.
Monty's family eats good, by the way. I'm glad to hear it, Monty. You're an animal. You're literally an animal in all sorts of ways right here.
So mountain lion tastes like pork, but is tender like beef. Oh, that kind of sounds good.
You could eat all the mountain lion you want, JD. You could hit up Monty. You guys can arrange a drop-off. But I agree with you. We learned nothing about this game. The Rams didn't impress me. They had 4 turnovers. They won by 2 points. They had no turnovers, at least from Stafford. He didn't have any interceptions. Maybe they had a fumble, but Puka Nacua lost the fumble, surprisingly. That's the only one. Yeah. The turnover margin was a +3 for the Rams, and they won the game by 2 points. That's not good. That's not something that's not good. I know Devontae Adams was coming in banged up. He had, I believe it was a hamstring injury, something that was lingering that he was questionable. You could tell. He said you won't be able to tell. You could tell. He had 1 catch for 1 yard. Puka played well, but he did not. The NFC is such a toss-up right now, in my opinion.
It is.
Because there's nobody who's taking control of it. I know a lot of people think the Eagles are looking super dominant. I just think Dan Campbell has to get off the fucking play calling. So there's no team in the NFC that makes me like, you know what? That's my Super Bowl pick of the NFC. That's who I think is going to make it. There's nobody who makes me feel that way right now. There's nobody. And the AFC is pretty wide open, too. The AFC is pretty wide open, too.
I was just about to say, I really think as far as this whole season so far is just wide open.
Yep.
But as far as this game, to go back to it, one thing that I didn't learn it because I already thought it, but it just really confirmed it, is that Sam Darnold in the big games, he does not do well. And that scares me going forward as somebody who likes to back this team and who has backed this team so many times. But I will say, as far as their actual defense, guys, the Rams, we actually talked about theirs, and their defense is really good. That obviously showed. But as far as Seahawks too, man, got to give credit to them. As far as their defense, they are definitely for real. So yeah.
Legit. They're legit. I agree with you there. Let's keep it rolling, JD. Next game we're going to break down is your Ravens, who went to Cleveland, had a bit of a scare in the first half, but they won the second half 13-0 to win the game by 7 points. Your thoughts on the Ravens' performance, your thoughts on the game in general?
That was one of those games, like if you were watching it and you didn't live bet them, then I don't know what you were doing. Because it was just like, it was one of those things that was so clear that they were the better team. Because the Browns were scoring off of just random shit. A fucking tipped ball, a dropped ball, a fucking muff punt, like shit.
Have you seen this Draymond Green thing, by the way? I can't stop laughing.
With the
fan? No, with the fan that screamed in his face, Angel Reese, because he had no shot attempts and just rebounds, and he got so offended that he went chest to chest. I'm just saying this. He went chest to chest with a fan. They were screaming at each other. It's a huge story because the fan said he called him Angel Reese.
I gotta watch that.
It's something you gotta watch. It's false.
If everybody knows, as far as last season, I haven't gotten into it this season. But last season, I was said some things about Angel Reese. So
yes, you did. We'll get you back into that form very shortly. We'll get you back into the form very shortly.
But no, that's funny. We got Ravens here. The Browns did not play necessarily well. Like I said, they just they were in the right place at the right time. The Ravens got out of there and actually got the win. That's all they cared about. They didn't care if they won the game by 14. That was not what they were there for. They just wanted to get in and get out, and they got
in, they got out. They got
really,
the job
I was
done.
just about to say, they really only had to show one play, and that was the Mark Andrews run.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Which
actually was
it. They couldn't get the ball to fucking Derrick Henry one more time.
But other than that, the play calling was about as simple as it gets.
Yep.
And then what everybody really wants to talk about is the fact that Sanders then came
That's
in.
what I was going to say. You're missing the main point of the game, which Shador looking like absolute Shador. He was 4-16.
You know what? I first off, I do have to preface everything I'm about to say with this. That was a tough spot.
Impossible first appearance.
Yes.
No one was succeeding in that spot, but there's levels to how bad you look in that spot.
But when we were talking about him in the draft and when all that was going on, I said, I can't wait to see how many 15-yard sacks this dude takes.
He doesn't get rid of the ball. And so bad.
And sure as shit, that is exactly what actually happens out there. I think everybody can see, like I said, that was a very tough spot, but I think everybody can see why he was drafted in the whatever.
Would you like to know his QBR and QB rating on the game?
Oh, gosh.
His QBR, I've never seen this, 2.4. 2.4. His QB rating was a 13.5. Let's put it in perspective here, shall we? Let's put it in perspective. Dylan Gabriel, who played in the game early on, did absolutely nothing. Had an 11.4 QBR, which is horrible, but still 5 times higher than Shador's, and had an 88.8 QB rating. Shador had a 13.5 QB rating.
Yeah. It was kind of funny.
And Nick, great point. The Ravens also dropped a freebie pick, which would have been at 2x.
Sure. The fans were all chanting for him to come in, and I don't even think the fans realized why he was put in.
Yeah, no, they didn't know it was because of an injury.
Yeah,
they were just pumped he was in.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Stetsy boy. Proud of you, baby.
Right. And that I think everybody can see why he is not in that role.
Correct.
I mean, it's just as
Hopefully he can get there. Hopefully he can get there, but he's not there right now. He's definitely not there right now.
Definitely not.
Anything else on this game, or you want to keep it rolling? The next game we have on the docket is going to be that Denver-Kansas City game. Then we have the Sunday night game. Then we'll get into tonight's game. So you ready to dive into Kansas City-Denver?
Yes, I hated this game.
I hated it as well, and I have nothing else to say, but Kansas City is fucked and Denver has won the division. That's all I have to say. Kansas City had numerous chances, so many drops, so many bad plays, so many missed tackles. Travis Kelce can't be a 9 for 91 and a touchdown guy anymore. It needs to be. We needed more Rashee Rice, who had 6 for 38, not enough. We needed more Hollywood Brown, 4 for 40, not enough. We needed more Xavier Worthy, 3 for 25, not enough. And we needed the running game to do a little bit better. They needed to also feature the running game a little bit more. They dropped back and threw the ball 45 times. They ran the ball 14 times. Throwing the ball wasn't exactly working for them yesterday. Patrick Mahomes was 29 and 45 on the game. Running the ball, Kareem Hunt had 13 carries for 59 yards. That's a 4.5 yards per carry average. That's a decent average. They should have just kept running the fucking ball, but they tried to get crazy. They tried to make it a Mahomes game and tried to sling it all over the field, and it just did not work out for them. JD, what are your thoughts? That's my only thoughts on the whole game.
Yeah, man. I expected a lot more. In the spot they were on off the bye week, this game meant so much. I expected a lot more. I expected as far as just even the actual like play calling, man. I just expected the offensive play calling to be for actually like Andy Reid to like I always say to bring those good plays out, man. And weirdly, I don't really feel like we like saw that.
I agree.
And this was that game. So that was very weird. I will say it was at I believe it was right at the end of the third quarter. They were down, I believe, 13-6 at the time, and it was 3rd and 10. And then Patrick Mahomes made that long pass actually downfield. When that happened, I was like, okay, we're like fucking on. Like
I felt the same thing.
We're actually fucking good here. But then no, it just didn't happen from there. And then as far as the defense goes, when actually the defense needed to stand up, they could not. This Broncos team is starting to really confuse me. Like I realized the Chiefs didn't play well, but the Broncos.
How the fuck do they keep winning?
But the Broncos also did look better than they had been.
How do they keep winning? What's up, Connie? We appreciate you tuning in. A little late today for you, Connie, but we appreciate you being here as always.
So that's one of those. This team is overall someone I'm still looking to fade. Yeah, Connie. I mean, that was kind of the whole game there. Yeah, it just.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. This game does not make me like the Broncos more. Like there was nothing.
I agree.
There was nothing that actually they did to make me bump them up. So
I agree, but they keep winning.
Yeah,
they're the Vikings of last year. We'll have to see what happens when they get into the big game at the end of the season. But it feels like the Vikings of last year, in my opinion. JD, anything else to add in this game? I have really not much to say.
No, I was about to say.
Neither do I. I don't have much to say about the Sunday night game either. But the only thing I have to say is Dan Campbell has to stop calling plays. 16-9, the Eagles won that game. Jared Goff was 14 of 37 passing. That's so far under 50%. Jahmyr Gibbs only got the ball 12 times. They completely abandoned the run game. They really didn't do a ton in the screen game. Gibbs was the leading receiver on the team, but they needed to do more in that realm, and they just didn't. Dan Campbell looks over his head, does not know how to run an offense in this way. This is just not what he was meant to do. Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator. Now we see where the Bears are. They're in first in this division right now, and Dan Campbell shouldn't be calling the plays. Phenomenal coach, phenomenal motivator, phenomenal locker room guy. Not a great play caller, and that was very apparent in that game. That's really my biggest takeaway. If they would have had Ben Johnson calling the plays, I think we have a different result in this one. I truly think that this game was decided because of the bad play calling. Neither offense could really move the ball. Saquon got the difference was that the Eagles refused to give up on the run. They gave Saquon the ball 26 carries. Jalen Hurts had 10 carries, and Tank Bigsby had 4 carries. They had 150 rushing yards in the game. Not huge performances, but they committed to it. They won the field position battle. They kept the ball out of their opponent's hands, and they kicked the field goals they needed to make. And that is ultimately how they won the game. JD, any thoughts here?
Yeah, man, mine are the same. I think this game was more of lost by the Lions, and yes, just
Yeah.
play calling, deciding when to go for it, all of that was that lost the game. This Eagles team, this is another game for the Eagles. I'm still down on this Eagles team, and because they got this win, does that make me bump them up? No, not whatsoever.
Concur. I concur.
Because if this was with everything that happened last night, if this was the Eagles team of anywhere close to actually last year, they would have blown them out.
I concur.
And some of the coaching decisions from them, I still blows my mind, dude.
No, it makes no sense.
I like don't get
Connie,
it.
best way to put it. You joined a little late today, but I was talking about it earlier. I don't have a team that I think is standing out in the NFC, and the AFC pretty much the same. It's wide the fuck open for the first time in a really long time that both conferences are wide the fuck open. The tush push was not effective. Very good point there, Jimmy, and I love that too. I fucking can't stand that play. Cannot wait for it to be out of the league. And it's not because I don't like it because they're good at it. It's because they can't officiate it and they false start every time or someone's lined up. Exactly. That's why I don't like it. If they did this every time and there was not false starts and it was fully the right way and there were no illegal early jumping, all that stuff, I'd be so okay with it. But that's just not what happened. So I am with you. I do not like to see the tush push being a successful weapon.
Yep.
Any other thoughts on this one, JD, before we jump into a little Monday Night Football?
No, I think I am ready for that.
I think that was the first time I've ever done that.
You have?
Yeah, I felt that. Did you feel that?
Yes.
I felt that. All right, JD. Let's dive into – I was about to hit best bets. Jesus. We're going to hit the NFL transition. We're going to jump. We're going to jump right into the Cowboys and the Raiders. JD, why don't we bring up BetQL and see what they like on this game?
Let's do it. 1 second here.
Because this is going to surprise some people, JD.
Oof.
But I already know what BetQL has, and I agree with BetQL. What do you like here?
Yeah, BetQL, 5-star play on the Raiders. They think the Raiders win this game outright.
Could you see it? Outright.
If this was the Cowboys team from a few weeks ago, yes. This is not the Cowboys team right then, though.
What are you taking?
So hang on here. So as far as the Raiders side, what actually makes you like that?
Their offense, I think, can move the ball. We saw a lot more out of Ashton Genty last week, and they have a healthy Brock Bowers back in the lineup where I think they'll be able to move the ball in this Dallas defense. That's the big thing to me. Do I think Dallas is going to score too? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I do think that the Raiders will have a big performance tonight, and they'll be able to score a lot more than people expect. This has been the week of kind of the weird week, right? It's already been a weird week. This would complete that weird week. I was already going to be on the Raiders before we had yesterday's extremely weird day, but these teams are only one win away from each other that separates their record in the win column. The Cowboys have 3 wins on the year. The Raiders have 2 wins on the year. The Raiders at home are 1-3. The Cowboys are 1-4 on the road. The Cowboys are a much better home team than they are on the road, and I do expect the injuries to kind of take their toll on this Dallas Cowboys defense. They're not going to have Juniah Thomas. They're not going to have Solomon Thomas. They're not going to have Malik Hooker in this game. Elijah Clark is a true game-time decision with a rib injury, and a Johnny Cornelius, their offensive lineman, is also a questionable on the Raiders side. They're pretty healthy in this one. They've gotten a lot of guys back, and I think this is going to be a big performance for them. When you take a look at their last 2 games, the Raiders just played the Denver Broncos, who just beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was a really good game. The Raiders lost that game 10-7. The last time we saw this Cowboys team, they got shellacked by the Arizona Cardinals by 10, and the Cardinals are dog shit. Week before that, I always like to look at common opponent, right? Denver. Both these teams played at Denver. The Raiders at Denver lost by 3. The Cowboys lost by 20. They gave up 44 points to that Denver putrid offense. I just don't see a way Dallas slows down the Raiders tonight, and the Raiders don't score a ton of points. So I am going to be on the Raiders in this spot, and I'm fairly confident in it. And I agree with our good friends over at BetQL, which JD. Let's tell the people what promo code we have for BetQL if they agree with the Raiders and like what they've been seeing out of BetQL and want to join us in utilizing the best sports data platform there is.
For sure. And that is promo code GETBET4. Gives you 15% off of any purchase over there. You can do that by sport or either you can do a combo there. But no matter what you choose, you can get 15% off with promo code GetBet4.
Get bet for 15% off any of their packages or on their total all-inclusive package. But yes, JD, I'm going to be on the Raiders plus the 3.5. Big for me is to get the 0.5. I don't know if I would take it at 3. I would take it at 3.5, and I've already sent it out to my clients at 3.5. That's exactly what I am going to be playing today.
Okay. I feel like that's how a lot of people are going to be thinking as far as... You
want me to pull up the public betting percentages? I have no idea what they are.
Sure. I have no idea.
I have not looked at that today, but I will definitely take a look at that. I think the public's going to be on the Cowboys.
I think a lot of the public is I feel that they think it's hard to back this Cowboys team the way their defense has looked.
Very possible. I'll know in 1 second. It's exactly what I thought, JD. It's exactly what I thought. 86% on the Cowboys. The casual fan is betting the Cowboys in this game. Like, I think we can both agree to that, right? The casual, not in-depth NFL fans look at this line and go, Cowboys are going to beat the shit out of the Raiders.
I really didn't.
Not saying that's you at all, but I think that not like somebody who's not in tune with the NFL. If you are not a big, exactly, the public is never gonna back the Raiders. Cowboys are America's team. It's a staple team. Like if you're someone who's throwing $10 on the game and you're not a big gambler, you don't look into it. You see the Cowboys, you see the Raiders. I think most people are going to go to the Cowboys. That's nothing indicating on who's going to win or win. I just think the public, when they look at these two teams, are going to say Cowboys. Just off that.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to this game here. There's a whole lot to this game. First off, I know some of the chat was actually talking about Geno. Geno in prime time. I do not want to back him. It's just as simple as that. He simply does not play well. I'm going to say that he gets picked off at least twice, maybe even 3 times tonight. But guys, as far as this defense, so with the changes that they made, do you think that this defense has actually changed?
No, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't think Keenan Williams was terrible for the Jets. He was a non-impact for them this year. I know they gave up a ton for him. He's been great in the past. Don't think he was fantastic this year for the Jets. I don't think he really helped them too much. And, JD, one thing I do want to bring up. The Cowboys wins this year. Thrilling comeback over Russell Wilson and the Giants. Remember that one, the 43rd? That was one of the 3 wins. It was the Russell Wilson Giants that couldn't do shit against anybody. Number 2, the second win, the New York Jets. And their only other win, they only got 3 of them, the Commanders when Jaden Daniels got hurt. So, it's really tough to believe in this Cowboys team.
See, I think as far as the defense, I think they have gotten a little bit better now. I'm not saying that they're an actual good defense.
Of course.
But by any means. But I do think that these are upgrades. And also, this, like I said the other week, this made this team buy in. Because they did make these moves. And
yeah, okay, Nick. Okay.
Dylan, yeah, that prop there, I like that.
Me too.
I think both of those guys do well tonight. Because the problem for the Raiders here is they like to play a lot of zone. And Dak and those 2 guys are going to kill them there.
I know who Jefe's on. You want to know Jefe's pick?
Yeah.
I only know this because I'm in a pick'em league with him. And I can see, because it's the end of the week, who's picked what teams to win outright. Jefe and I are 2 of the only people on the Raiders outright. So I could say he's also on the Raiders today. Which is unfortunate because I thought I was going to be sneaky there and get a little bonus on him. He's also on the Raiders in the spot.
So yes, I do like the Cowboys to put up points. I will go and tell everybody I am on their team total over. I'm also on their first half team total over. Guys, then there's one part of this. Okay, sorry, before I get into this. As far as on the road, they have not played well on the road. Well, I think there's reasons for that. And that's because they're playing outside.
Yep.
And they're on the road here, but they're not outside. Which I think as far as their offense goes, it really helps them.
Nick, his name is Jake Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is the UFC fighter.
starting for the Cowboys.
Tony Ferguson. That would be wild.
But no, so you do have that. So yes, they're on the road, but they are inside. But here's the part that we never want to cap. But you have to cap this.
Nick.
And as far as death, man, as far as death goes, you
Yeah.
have to cap it. You just have to.
You do.
And right before the game, they're going to do a whole big thing for him and all of that. And you're talking about a motivated team, man. A motivated team for actually reasons, not just that.
I'll give you that.
So I think, I really think the Cowboys.
New name in here: Bets, Beers, and Trolls. I like all three of those. JD's definitely going to be over 26.5 for the Cowboys.
Yes, there's actually what I played.
Yep.
That was the exact number I got. So then first half was over 13.5.
That would be Tony Ferguson can barely talk anymore. Anytime ankle pick, that's a good one. That's a good one. He needs to stay out of the cage, Nick. I'll tell you that for free. He needs to stay out of the fucking octagon.
But anyway, man, yeah, like I said, we hate to have to cap around that.
We do.
But I actually really think you have to though.
It's a bold prediction, Connie. 10-point win Raiders. I love that.
I am going to be on the Cowboys here also. I'm also laying the points. So
there we go. All right, we're a little difference of opinion here, JD. But that's what makes the show okay. I'm going to either come on and talk shit to you tomorrow, or you're going to come on and talk shit to me, and that's the beauty of it. But Jefe also is going to get in on this because I believe he'll be back tomorrow, and he's also on the Raiders, so he's going to have to get shit talked if the Cowboys win too.
But actually, also, if you want to talk shit to me live during the game, you can come on and talk shit to me live. That was the wrong button.
Yep. Yep. Very good, JD. Very good.
There we go. You can come on the live line, guys. Is it starting up? It actually kicks off tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to be on for the whole game, just kind of shooting the shit and placing some live bets. I will live bet the Cowboys team total over 5 times if I freaking have to. But yeah, guys, we're actually going to be on there.
That's crazy, by the way. You were right. If I lean out of the camera, it puts me out of the shed. That made no sense. I was watching on my phone to make sure that was right. That was absolutely incredible. I was like, what's up, Brucey, with the Juicy? I'm on the Raiders. JD's on the Cowboys. So, unfortunately, you got to pick who you like more. And that would be me. JD.
Take the St. Joe's game over.
I like that one, too. Actually. All right, JD, you ready to get the best bets? When do we get to see a Jefe clock? God, it's a legendary clock. Let me tell you something. Nobody clocks like the Hefster. Nobody. We'll tell him you want. You know what, Jimmy? I'll get him this week for you. For you, Jimmy. Everyone who's listening right here, I will challenge him to a clock bet where I know he's going to be on the other side. I know we're going to get him beat. So we'll get that done this week, Jimmy, just for you. We'll get that done. JD, ready to dive into a little best bets?
Let's do it.
Best bets is going to be interesting today. Fuck. It's a little tough because we have to be aligned on these because he's not going to put a Cowboy in there. I can't put a Raider in there. I'm going to go to touchdowns. You guys know what I do. You know what I do on this show.
Let me pull up.
Brockland.
Do you want to do the video first? Or?
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what I'm going to put on there first. But we're going to go to JD's cousin Derek because, as you guys know, Best Bets is not just sponsored by the two of us here. It's sponsored by good friends over at Funded Stake. If you don't know what Funded Stake is, they're a fantastic company where you can take one of their challenges, pass one of their challenges, and get funded to gamble with their money and keep a portion of the return. But don't just hear it from me. Like I said, JD's cousin Derek has a quick message about Funded Stake.
FundedStake.io, the ultimate platform for sports traders looking to unlock their potential without risking their own money. We're here to help you transform your sports betting skills into a profitable and sustainable business. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Funded Stake gives you the tools and capital to scale your success. Here's how it works. 1. Choose your account. Pick an account size that fits your needs, starting from $1,000 all the way up to $50,000. Your journey starts here. 2. Take the challenge. Hit the profit target while sticking to our risk management rules. For example, with a $10,000 account, aim for $3,300 in profit, place a minimum of 25 sports bets, and maintain the required daily and total loss limits. 3. Get funded. Once you pass the challenge, we'll provide the capital for you to trade. You can keep up to 80% of your profits while we take on all the financial risks. At fundedstake.io, you'll benefit from a fully personalized dashboard where you can monitor your trades, track your challenge progress, and place real-time bets on all major sports leagues. Our platform is built for transparency, ease of use, and performance. With fundedstake.io, you can focus on winning and scaling your success while we cover the risks. No financial stress, just growth and profits. Fundedstake.io. Bet smarter, scale faster, win bigger.
Bet smarter.
Scale faster.
Win bigger. Fuck you, Jefe. We stole your move. I love that. We're never getting rid of it. All right, JD, you pull up Fun Stake. Let's go through our best bets.
Let's do this. I think I'm going to have to go to college basketball, man.
I'm taking Brock Bowers anytime touchdown plus 100. Well, let's see what the
Rock.
odds are here. Yeah.
Rock.
B-Rock. Even you could get behind that one, and you're not even on the Raiders, but I know you could get behind that one.
Yeah.
Especially at plus money. Let's see what they got. I'll take minus 102.
Minus
2%
102.
difference. No big deal. No big deal. I'm in.
All right, here.
If anyone in our audience knows anything about Bryant Park Christmas Market, send me a DM. I'm going right after this show. Come find me. Come say hello. Me and the missus are going down there. Going to be eating. Going to be drinking. Going to be doing a couple things. So anyone knows about the Bryant Park Christmas Market, I'll be there in about an hour. Let me know.
Let me figure out what plays have not moved yet on
George.
me.
I like their money line.
Yeah. No, there's a lock, man.
Parlay it with UCF. You're in business.
All right.
More time.
Let's actually go to this Penn and St. Joseph's game. And like you already heard me tell Bruce, we're going to look at the total here, guys.
Let's go. Brucey with the juicy.
We can get over 161.5 at minus 109. I'm going to bet that, guys. Just so everybody knows, I like normally don't actually say actually how like big I am on plays, but this is a 4-unit play.
I knew that somehow. I didn't actually know I was holding up to number 4. I got it right.
So,
What ECHL games are tonight? JD, pull up whatever that is. I don't even know. I'm assuming that's an Eastern Colonial Hockey League.
ECHL.
Eastern Canadian Hockey League? European Canadian Hockey League? ECHL, boy.
England Elite League?
No chance it's that. No chance. If it is, don't bet that, Nick. Jesus Christ. Want me to Google it? ECHL. AA Developmental League. ECHL is a minor professional ice hockey league based in Shrewsbury, New Jersey. I've lived here. I had no idea what the ECHL is. I don't know.
Guys,
That's Orlando Solar Bears.
We have it.
I've been to the Solar Bears. I don't know what fucking league that is.
Says there's no games tonight, Nick.
Let's go. A local theater. Very cool. No, dude, that's not the Solar Jimmies. I've been to the Solar Jimmies in Orlando.
But as you can see, they have, I didn't even realize there was this many hockey leagues. Sweden, Slovakia, Russia, Poland, Norway.
One day we're just going to have JD name every country on Earth, and we'll have a lot of fun with that. See how many he can get.
Right? There's a lot. Denmark.
Are you sure about the over from Brucey with the juicy? How sure are you? He's 4 units sure, Brucey. He's 4 units sure. I can answer that for him.
I'd say I just know that by my number, like I have a large edge on it. So
if you don't get it right, Bruce is going to come back and bite your fucking neck off. All right? That's what's going to happen. JD, it's been a fun show, brother. Anything else we're putting into the funded stake today? Or is that going to be it?
No. Yeah, I was actually just going to tell everybody to make sure to check out Funded Stake. Looks like this is hockey. That looks like a hockey.
Czech Republican hockey. I love this league. They got the Dukla Jahavala versus VHK. JD, get me out of here. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, guys. Yeah, that was a fun show.
What's a fun show?
We are on total opposite sides of the game tonight.
Yep. I hope you lose.
So yeah.
No offense, of course. With the utmost respect, I hope you lose.
I was about to say, and I'm on this big, so I kind of hope you lose.
I'm going to go bigger now. Just because you said you're on it big, I'm going to go bigger.
Yeah, man. Do you have anything else?
you got to do the thing, and then I'm going to do the thing after you do the thing, and then I'm going to go eat and get my happy ass in New York City.
Guys, it's Monday. We'll start off the week strong. I do have to give a little shout out to the whole NBM team as far as on the Tails platform. Last week, we actually were the number one. We were actually number one there because it's actually basically on their platform. They actually track plays and there.
Nick, let me tell you something. If it ties, I win. I would win on a
I was
tie.
about to say he would actually win. So, yeah, let's hope that does not.
I already have an edge, baby. I'm already winning right now, and you're not.
Right. True. That is very true. But guys, definitely go check us out over there on the Tails app. Yeah, actually, the whole team is definitely doing well. But yeah, guys, let's go.
I was about to say you've been absolutely killing it. Let's keep saying it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's have a great week, guys. Let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. You'll get the hefferoni, bacon burger, lettuce, tomato, pickle back as well. JD, I hope you have a fantastic day, brother. As always, you and I are always texting all day, so we'll be in touch. But everyone in the chat, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being as engaging as you were today. There are 1,500 people still rocking with us right now. We appreciate every single one of you. But as the great JD always says, and he never wavers from, let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.